Ag Day Weather, brought to you by BASF. Farmers have the biggest job on earth. The population is increasing, yet farmland isn't. So farmers have taken on the challenge of producing high-quality crops. With help from BASF, it's in the farmers' hands.
Mike, we've been talking about it all week. A couple prominent features here on the map. We've got this storm up in the northern plains, but you also have this low down here in the Gulf.
Yeah, and that may turn into a tropical storm or even a minimal hurricane. We'll have to watch that, but it's going due north at the moment. This is going to be a big rain and snowmaker across the plain states, and that's going to be the high plains that get the snow. But nonetheless, it is the first big one of the year for eastern Wyoming, western Nebraska, and also western South Dakota. That appears to be the areas that are going to get a lot of snow. Also going to come with a lot of wind, and so that could be a real issue in those areas. Let's put the maps into motion. You can see how the two areas of low pressure kind of combine. So again, the winds are whipping around out of the north behind this thing, so there will be 40, 50 mile per hour winds while it's snowing. So that's going to be a nasty situation to the west of that storm system. Again, this system will continue to come north. It may, again, turn into a tropical storm or hurricane at some point before it hits land. We don't expect it to be a major one, but nonetheless, it will be a big rain maker and a lot of wind maker as it heads into, looks like Saturday night and Sunday for the Gulf Coast region, central Gulf Coast region. Could be some big thunderstorms along this cold front as well. Just keep that in mind. Could be a quick little burst of severe weather in some spots. Then that front will head east, so by late in the day tomorrow, we'll see those thunderstorms in the Chicagoland area and through eastern Illinois, western Indiana, all the way down into eastern Texas. Behind this system, you can see just a little remnant of snow there in northeastern portions of South Dakota. Otherwise, it's dry and cold for most of the western half of the country. Here's the precipitation estimate over the past 24 hours. You can see the big amounts. Now, some of this is melted snow, obviously, in that area, but you can see the pockets across the upper Midwest, parts of the Ohio Valley, central Mississippi Valley. Adding on the next 48 hours, this is a wet system, but a lot of it's going to be to the north. If you live in the central plains, it's going to be hit and miss on who gets a whole bunch and who doesn't get a whole bunch. You can see the high moisture content of that snow as well, because when we put the snowfall estimate on here, already seen some big amounts, parts of Wyoming, Colorado, southern Montana. Adding on the next 36 hours, yeah, that darkest purple there is 12 inches plus. Some areas will get 2 feet of snow. Here are the temperatures. Look at the difference. 80s in the plains. By the time you get to Rapid City, it's 33 for the high temperature this afternoon, and that goes back across the Rockies, and you can just follow that cold front on our map there. 60s for low temperatures in Illinois, 40s in Kansas, so much colder air coming in behind it, and we'll continue to see that cold air pressing toward the east. Here's the jet stream, and that's because of this strong trough here. That's going to continue to move through the weekend into the Great Lakes, into the northeast early next week, and then we'll probably do it all over again. We'll warm up for a while with another trough developing out west by late next week. That's a look across the country. Now let's take a look at some local forecasts. For Albuquerque, New Mexico today, mostly sunny, breezy, and pleasant. High temperature of 65 degrees. Rice Lake, Wisconsin, breezy, occasional rain, high of just 62. And Chattanooga, Tennessee, partly sunny, warm, high temperature around 87.